Hey ladies, like I promised, I'm going to show you how to clean your bike and your chain specifically, yeah, kind of give you a lowdown of all the stuff that you need. It's going to be pretty simple. So I have my bike in a stand. You don't need that. You can flip it upside down and does just about the same thing. Or if you have a rack where you can hang it on, you can do that as well off your car. So to get started, the things that you're going to need: a dirty rag, pretty dirty, and it's going to be used to take off all the grime and whatnot on the chain that's already on there. And then we have a couple of cleaner rags. This is going to be used to wipe off the lube after you put it on there, and another clean one to kind of tell how clean the chain is. A drying towel, or like a dish drying towel, kind of similar to what you would use to dry off your car. And then we have a bucket with soap and water. Soap is just typical dish soap. I like Dawn, something that's going to break up the grease and grime and whatnot that's on your chain and bike. And then the lube. So the lube I like is the Rock and Roll, the gold. Really good stuff. Most bike shops actually use this, as I understand. Alright, so I'm going to go through on how to clean everything. First thing that you want to do is make sure that the chain is in the little ring in the front and the little ring in the back. So if you need to, click your inside shifter all the way in and pedal until your chain gets into the little ring here, and then inside shifter in the left side. Keep pedaling to make sure that the front chain is down in the little ring in the front. Alright, that's going to make it easier to take off your rear wheel to get all the dirt and grime that kind of gets up in behind here. Alright? Alright, so after we rinse it, now we're going to use just a simple kind of dishwashing brush. You can get these in any like cleaning aisle, like Walmart or something. Nothing fancy. And then yeah, just lightly kind of scrub all the dirt, grime, whatnot off the frame, wheels, chain, and whatnot. Now that we washed and cleaned our beautiful bikes, I'm going to use our drying rack and just kind of wipe down everything to make sure that all the water is off the bike and wheels. So now we're going to put the wheels back on before we start greasing the chain. I know some of you know how to, some of you may forget, but this part on the wheel, the lever, is going to go opposite of your drivetrain, okay? So if your drivetrain is on this side, you're going to have the little nub on the same side. So lever on the opposite side of the drivetrain. So now I'm going to take my dirty rag and wipe down all the extra gunk that's on the chain and in the cog set. So what you do, I like to go with the bottom part of the chain, right in the middle, and pedal backwards or forward. Usually I like backwards. Kind of squeeze it with a nice firm little squeeze, just to really grab all that gunk that's on the chain. Alright, now that you feel like you got a lot of the gunk off of the chain, we're going to take edge of the rag and just kind of almost like you floss your teeth, floss it in between all the cogs. Just like a nice quick little floss, move on to the next one, get some of that excess water and grime out from in between there. You can also do this part while your wheel is off your bike. Might be a little bit easier. Alright, now that we have a lot of our gunk off of our cog and our chain, we're going to take our lube, this one, right? For this one you have to shake it up a little bit. And what you're going to do is on the top part of the bottom chain, and slowly dab a little bit of drop as you slowly turn your cranks backwards. Make sure that you get a little bit of lube inside each link. Alright, once you've pretty much done the whole chain, now we're going to use our cleaner rag and wipe all the excess gunk and grease off. We want to make sure that the grease is on the inside of the links, not on the outside. If it's on the outside, it's going to attract a ton of grime and dirt, and that's just going to make the chain break down even more. Alright, so same thing. Take your rag, grab the bottom chain, pedal backwards. You can go a little bit slower, kind of massaging into each of those little links, getting the grease or the lube in and the grime and stuff out. See all that extra grime I just took off my chain? It's a lot of gunk. So I'm actually going to go over it again with the lube and do it one more time. Alright, so now we got our chain lubed, our bike washed, and the cog set kind of degrimed. Make sure that you kind of run through it a little bit. Check the gears and whatnot. You know, make sure everything shifts pretty well. Before you go riding, check your brakes. Make sure your brakes are all good and whatnot as well after taking off the wheels. For the chain, be sure to wipe off all the grime so that your rag doesn't look like this before putting on the lube. If you need to do it a couple times until all the icky grime is off and you have pretty much like a nice cleaner towel, then you're perfect. Alright, thanks ladies. Let me know if you have any questions. Y'all have my number. Thanks.